gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Madhani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sandy.
That's me.
And the terrific Tony O.
Morning, boys. Miserable morning this morning.
Miserable indeed.
That's fucking miserable outside.
Yeah.
I don't know. If anyone's watching the video, they can see my lighting situation that's going on right now. It is not nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you do with a sunroom in winter? It's just, I guess you still have some sunlight.
I attempt to bring my own sun on the side, and it doesn't go well.
Yeah, it should not be this dark this morning. I can't get used to this. I'm missing summer so much, but yeah, what can you do?
Clocks
you know
gonna
what's
go
gonna
back
happen
soon.
soon, eh? They're gonna push that damn clock back an hour. We're gonna lose an hour and light too. I hate when we do that stuff.
Weren't they gonna stop that?
We gained an hour.
I thought they were gonna stop that. That's what I thought too, but apparently not. I don't know. It's such a.
And I think, are you right? Is there? I don't know. No, I can't remember now. Do we move it back or forward at this point? Back.
We move it back.
Move it back. So yeah.
So Tony will get an extra hour of sleep potentially that night. But that's about the only benefit. Anyway.
At some point. Knowing me, I'll probably just sleep an hour later.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Unreal. Well, guys, there was no Premier League this weekend. What the hell did you guys do?
All right, end of the pod, I guess. See you guys next week.
No? Yeah. Okay. I actually had to watch some soccer. I don't know
did.
about you guys, but
and you sounded miserable.
It was miserable.
Miserable, yeah.
Yeah, the group chat was just, come on, boys, let's go. It's Moldova, and then immediately
We suck. Shit. Oh yeah, we're shit.
Before we get stuck into that, though, we should briefly mention another team that's been doing a bit shit. That's Canada. They lost 4-1 to Japan. Japan are really fucking good now.
Yeah.
Like, they look like a really good team. But Canada, oh, Jesus. The last 12 months have been humbling for Canada.
Mm-hmm. Ever since the World Cup, everything's just gone downhill. Yeah. Who's the interim boss now? Do you know?
In my head, it's Phil Neville.
Okay. No. We've not sunk that
I just know he was an assistant, but you know what? I'm genuinely afraid they're going to give him the job.
Phil Neville was an assistant?
Yeah, he was an assistant.
For Herdman?
After he got sacked from Miami.
That explains so much. That explains so much. I had no idea he was on the coaching staff. Yeah. I guess we could check really quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember that. I know he talked about Herdman, stepping down a month or so ago and then going to TFC, but I don't remember Phil Neville's chat in there. Damn.
It's Mario Biello. That's the current Canada
Mario
boss.
Biello.
Yeah.
You can't convince me that that's just not Phil Neville with a fake mustache.
It probably is. Pull up the picture, Tony. I gotta see it.
Yeah. He was, or maybe is, the current Canada U20 boss. Yeah, we're just a mess right now. It's a bit of a shame. But, yeah, Japan. Exciting times for them. Really exciting players, huh? Like Kubo, Mitoma. They play some really, really good football. Mm-hmm. And
we saw it at the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
They knocked out Germany.
Yeah.
And what did they went out on penalties, right?
They did. Did they beat Spain? I can't remember. No? Who?
I'm not sure what happened in their game with Spain.
Who knocked them out, though? I can't remember now.
Belgium? No.
No.
Belgium.
Belgium didn't qualify.
No, Belgium.
I honestly forget about that word.
Belgium did qualify because they beat us.
Oh, they did? Why did I think Lukaku knocked Belgium out?
Oh, Lukaku did knock
Belgium out. Yeah, it was
Croatia. Right.
Croatia and...
I forgot. Right. Croatia and Morocco qualified for
yes.
my group.
Yeah. I was 10 months ago.
Wow, our memories are failing us.
This is what happens, yeah.
I mean, Japan did crush Germany like the last international break we had, and then it led to Flick getting the sack.
Yeah.
So this way, it was Nagelsmann, right? Is now a German national team coach, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Right. I mean, in the end, basically the focus is right now Canada, just a mess, and we felt like we needed to mention that on an international break pod. But going from one mess to another, formerly Fernando Santos' Poland. Don't know what you guys were thinking with that hire. Tommy, you look upset.
Yeah.
Talk
Well,
to
you
me.
just reminded.
How was the game against
Well, you just
Moldova?
reminded me of that yesterday afternoon. Yeah. So we hired. Santos got the sack. Thank God. But again, why hire him in the first place? But the guy in his place, Popiesh. I mean, not really anyone better. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like Moldova is like 160th ranked nation in the world, and they
God,
almost
we can only dream of going so high.
they almost beat us twice. Like, are you kidding me? Like, how can we're in top 20, I believe, in FIFA ranking, maybe top 25. I
How?
forget now.
That can't
Good
be
question.
right.
How is Poland
Maybe
top
we
20?
dropped. We were, but yeah, no. It's a pressing game because Lewandowski got injured for Barcelona, the last league game they had, so he was ruled out.
You're 30th,
And you could-
by the way. Yeah.
30th now? Yeah, well, it's going to keep going down for sure. So this game against Moldova, if we won it, we would have been in second place in the group, and then with the match against Czech Republic in the next international break. If we were to win that would guarantee us second place. Now that we've lost, Czechs, we tied this game. It felt like a loss, sorry guys.
Yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah.
Even if we beat Czech Republic in the last game, right, they have this extra game in hand where they've got to play Moldova. So we now have to hope for results.
Maybe Moldova are that team this year.
Yeah, they could qualify. They have a
Yeah.
good chance of qualifying, which is crazy.
Don't count yourself out until it's Moldova.
Yeah.
That was decent.
Yeah. I give it.
I had to bring a smile to Tommy's face. He looks so upset.
But yeah, no, it's just the same old thing, guys. It's like you watch the game. They can't break down teams. They can't finish. And against teams we should like be crushing 5-0. We're drawing at home, and for me, it's just like I honestly hope we don't qualify because you can still qualify through the Nations League, of course, right? That's still an option, potentially. But I honestly hope we don't, so that maybe something can actually happen with our FA, be like change things up for once and do something about our struggles in world football.
This is not what happens. Like not
It's
everyone
not happening,
is Germany.
and it won't happen.
Yeah,
I know it won't
back
happen,
to the
but
drawing board.
it needs to happen badly because we just have there's no creativity whatsoever, and it's depressing to watch us play. Like you've seen it in the World Cups, so you have a small glimpse of how torturous it is
Tommy,
to watch.
Every time I'm watching Poland in a World Cup, I'm normally just watching my phone waiting for your
This
text.
is
Yeah, okay,
true.
there you go.
Or watching you. If we're watching a bowling game together, I'm watching you.
Or watching the opposition.
Fair
The team
enough.
you're playing
Fair
against.
enough. So
Yeah.
you've been spared the torture of having to actually watch them try and play football. Yeah, I mean there are names in these teams that you recognize, like Zielinski,
Is Lewandowski
PBR,
retired?
right?
Has he retired from the national team?
He's just injured.
He's
But
injured,
honestly, he won't retire because he's the
Yeah.
only guy in that team that knows how to score. If he's gone, we're like Milik, he might score for Juve. The guy cannot find him back in the net for Poland. Yeah, so I mean, Szczesny's still there. He's still a decent goalie. He's still doing his best to keep us in games. But the only thing that's good though is Krychowiak officially announced his retirement from national team, so we can't call him up anymore. But we still
he can't get his customary red.
can't get his red card. But we still call up Turbo Grozicki, who all he can do is run. He can't kick. He can't
Can
shoot.
he still run?
He can still run, believe it or
Yeah,
not.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he still plays.
How old is he now?
He's got like 35, 36.
35.
Yeah.
I think he's still at Hull City. I think, but I could be wrong.
No, he's in Poland now.
He's back in Poland. Okay.
Yeah, well, I think this is Polish. I might be wrong. Yeah.
Go on.
Extra.
Try and pronounce it.
Extra Glasa.
Oh, the Extra Classo? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the name, the league, yeah.
Wow.
Nate, what's the name of the team there, Tony? Keep going.
Pognon Szczesny, I think.
Oh, why not? Why not, yeah.
Well, educate us, please, because I don't know.
I don't know the name. I don't know what you're saying. So.
Szczecin, like Szczecin, I don't know. It's a place in Poland.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where he was born apparently. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, either way.
Thanks.
Either way, we suck.
Polish facts with Tommy, yeah.
So the end of the story is, we can still qualify. It's out of our hands unless we qualify for the Nations League, which is also out of our hands. So we suck. We're out. We're done. No more international breaks for me, please. I don't want to put through this.
On the flip side, one of the more interesting matchups in this international break was Spain versus Norway. Norway, of course, with Odegaard and Haaland falling 1-0 against Spain, which means that Norway can also not qualify through these actual qualifying stages. They have to rely on some Nations League thing that I don't know what the Nations League qualification path is. But Norway have to rely on that now.
I think you have to win it.
And
right?
I think you have to either make the final or win it, yeah, something like
there are
that.
different tiers of the Nations League, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
so-
I know there are different tiers.
Okay.
I just wasn't sure whether it's like you just win your group or making it to the final or
You know,
winning it.
that would be helpful
TBD.
information to know, actually, because that gives me a little bit of hope that we may have a chance to get in, you know?
Tommy, no.
Okay.
Tommy, it has been under a minute since you lost hope. You can't regain it this quickly.
This is how it goes, you know what
This
I
is
mean?
why-
You get
this
down to
is-
the dumps and it's like,
You
wait, there's
have a
some
problem.
light somewhere,
You have
wait,
a
what is
problem,
that?
sir.
This is why you're miserable. Just
It's like there's some light, but you find out it's just Azera's light in its room corner there. And you're like, damn.
I can bring it back over here if you want to have a little sun behind
It is
me.
coming in though, eh? For your window, nicely. A little bit. It seems
It
like
is
yeah.
starting to come in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just, when we start recording, it's pitch black outside.
Yeah.
But what were we saying?
Norway.
Norway. They were disappointing.
I don't know. I feel like that team is not as poor as everyone makes out. Like, you remember the Ramsey Bale days with Wales? Like, that team was pitiful, right? But,
You gotta have that high-end talent, right?
is Haaland not high-end talent? Odegaard's not high-end
Oh
talent?
no, I'm talking about Wales. I'm talking about Wales. They maximize.
Oh
their
yeah,
high-end
so
talent.
so they maximize their high-end talent, right? Like Bale, Ramsey, like they really showed up for the national team and they had an impact. So watching Haaland yesterday, he just felt yesterday that it was Sunday. He just looked super ordinary for them. Like it wasn't the way like Zlatan would carry the national team when they were really poor, or Ronaldo would carry the national team when they were poor. Like they would say poor. They were that
Relative.
Yeah, they were
Relative.
never poor. But you get what I mean. Yeah, Haaland was just so easy to marshal, and I'm probably being super critical. Like we're not talking superstars with the Norwegians, but they still have Christoph Ayer. They have Sanderberg in there. Like they have decent players in the team.
Premier League level
Yeah,
players.
and it's just they couldn't do anything. Now Spain are, maybe the worst team to be playing against when you're behind a goal. But I don't know. I feel like between Odegaard and Haaland, they just really struggle to make any kind of impact. So it's weird.
The Norwegian coach Solbakken, before qualifiers, he guaranteed that they would qualify. And anything I've seen online from any Norwegians and Norwegian fans, they are not happy with him.
No.
So it could be a management issue because if you got the talent and it's not being maximized,
I mean,
the next place you look.
I'm
is
looking at the
management,
lineup,
right?
guys, for that game against Spain. Like, okay, Haaland, Odegaard played, but the guys you mentioned, Tony, they were not in the squad.
Yeah, but
Didn't
I'm
see
not talking about one game. I'm talking about qualification throughout, right? Like, did Aya not play that game? He didn't, though.
No, he's not.
he
He's
didn't.
not in the squad. No.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It seems to me like honestly, this team does not seem very strong, just based on like where these other people are playing.
Can you
back when the
remember
original league was-
one big game where you heard that Haaland or Odegaard made any headlines?
I'll be honest, I haven't really paid attention to Norway, so no.
Well, that's why.
You know,
That's exactly
you know what Norway need is an injection of Hal Robson Kanu.
I was gonna say, was Morten Gramps Pedersen from Norwegian?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need him. They need that.
Bring him back.
Yeah.
Bring him back. Put him on set pieces.
Oh, they got someone named Marcus Holmgren Pedersen, so he could be the incarnation of Morten Gramps.
Fucking
Well-
great value, Morten Gams Pedersen.
He was not. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Anyway, congrats to Spain. They were boring as usual. They just passed the ball around for 90 minutes.
That's when you know they're at their best.
Yeah.
Is when they're fucking boring.
Yeah.
But also, big congratulations to Scotland, who qualified as a result of this. I think they lost 2-0 to Spain a few days ago,
Yeah.
like a few days before this Norway game. But they still qualified. Scott McTominay robbed of an absolute screamer of a free kick.
Yeah.
But
That,
hey, it's been a really good qualification campaign from them. Like, they've got wins against Spain and against Norway in this run. Like, I'm just trying to quickly look up what their standings are.
are they level? They're level on points with Spain, I think.
They've only lost
15
to Spain.
points.
That's only draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both have 15 points. They lost to each
They had
other.
won every game
Yeah.
until the Spain one.
Yeah,
That's just outstanding.
it is. That's
Is there any
maximizing your talent right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any benefit to finishing first or second in these groups? No, right?
Probably.
Does it
seeding.
matter? Seeding wise?
Might be maybe seeding,
Yeah.
but
But I think seeding's actually
Based on
It's
your
FIFA rankings,
rankings,
isn't it?
Yeah. So probably not. But yeah, no, they've had a really strong campaign. They're playing really well, and
it's the best qualification campaign I can remember seeing
Scotland.
from Scotland.
I can't remember Scotland qualifying for anything.
They qualified for the previous Euros.
Did
Yeah.
they? Okay, I
Yeah.
can't. Oh yeah, it was England, Wales, Scotland. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know whose qualifying campaign I'm really invested in?
No.
Pakistan's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, we
Yeah.
are. World
I
Cup
thought we were
qualifiers
talking
for
about
2026
Euros, so-
are underway.
Yeah.
No, we're done. We're on to the World
Uh huh.
Cup. 2026 World Cup qualifiers have started. The first round of the Asian qualifiers is being played as we speak. Pakistan ranked 200 and something in the world,
Oof.
up against
Oof.
the Titans from Cambodia, ranked 177th. Pakistan actually managed to draw the first leg away from home.
Oh.
That in and of itself is a fucking win. But we play the second leg tomorrow at home against Cambodia. If we win, we go through to, I think, the first group stage. Then there's like one group stage, and then there's a second group stage. You get through the second group stage, you make the World Cup.
So it's just like
And-
the African one, then.
No, it's so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other notable teams involved in this part of qualifying: Guam, Singapore, Mongolia, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Yemen, all your favorites. But
No India.
Yeah.
No.
No, I think India are already in the
Oh, are they?
second,
Okay.
in that first group stage. Yeah.
What was that?
They actually have invested a little bit in their football. We have not.
What was that sort
And
of?
after the way our cricket World Cup game went against them over the weekend, I don't want to talk about them.
What was that controversy that you guys had over a player?
Yes, so we have one of our forwards. He is a British-born Pakistani. He was born in the UK, but he has a Pakistani passport. He represents Pakistan internationally. FIFA decided to suspend this guy on grounds of looking into whether he was eligible to play for Pakistan. The argument that FIFA gave was that his grandparents were not born in Pakistan, they were born in British India. His grandparents were born before 1947,
That's really stupid.
when
Yeah.
it's the most stupid. My grandparents were born in British India.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm not Pakistani. You have all these naturalized players across the world playing through their grandparents or this. Matty Cash is playing for Poland.
I know. Yeah.
Why is he not being investigated? If this is the fucking like, it's
so stupid,
incredibly
yeah.
stupid, and now like he's one of our main forwards, and we need to score some goals.
I'm actually surprised
Um,
FIFA this active enough to investigate anything, to be honest. But
They're active when it comes to investigating these smaller countries
Why?
that have hurt their bottom line.
yeah, that's why
Yeah.
it's just like why?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Who's looking into this?
Wait, so he,
Who's, but he has a Pakistani passport. His grandparents, I don't care if they're born in British India, they are Pakistani.
so he won't play Tuesday then?
No.
I don't think
Ah,
the
that
investigation is
sucks.
complete yet.
That
So he missed the
sucks.
first leg, and he's also missing the second leg.
Sounds very similar.
Like, can't he
to,
play? I guess he can't. Nah, that's just stupid, man. That's frustrating.
It's really fucking annoying, especially because normally, like, we get slapped in the first leg and we never have a chance in the second leg. Like, the last couple of
Yeah.
World Cups, like, we've lost, like, 4 or 5-0 in the first leg, so it's been like, alright, it doesn't really matter who plays second leg. But this is like, no, we have a chance.
Did you make the call? You didn't make the call, did you?
I tried. I tried.
You tried? Okay.
Hey,
Let me find let me find their Twitter. I'll tweet at them and be like, hey,
Yeah.
if,
I'm not a forward, but I'm willing to play up there.
if I didn't know better there, I would say there's a conspiracy here to keep Pakistan away from the
Just
World
saying,
Cup.
just
You know
saying.
what I mean?
The
Tom
sleeping
is
giant.
gonna
The
start something.
sleeping giant.
Tom is gonna start something. Yeah.
There's-
So,
yeah, there's-
someone's
You
gonna
heard it
listen
here
to
first,
this. and-
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
FIFA does not want Pakistan
Yeah.
at the World Cup. What are they afraid of?
Yeah.
What are they afraid? Are they afraid of waking the sleeping giant of Asia? We have 200 million people. You don't think we have 11 guys who can kick a ball the straight way?
Yeah.
Huh?
The only reason you guys are 200 plus ranked in the world is because FIFA keeps investigating players.
They're
and
keeping
picking
us
them
down.
off
They're
as
keeping
well.
us down.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Exactly.
Why though? Why?
It's not the rampant corruption from board level to grassroots. No. It's not the lack of investment in our football facilities. No. It is not political and sporting instability. No. It's
Ladies
FIFA.
and gentlemen,
It's a
I'd
conspiracy.
like to remind everyone that these two dubbed me Tin Hat Tony. I'd just like to remind everyone of that. Yeah. All right.
And you will continue to be dubbed as such.
Uh-huh. Not the voice of reason, Tin Hat Tony. Yeah. Look at both of you just going on about FIFA. Yeah. Anyway.
Look, if there's any bit of football that is mired in conspiracies, it is FIFA.
Yeah. On that we agree. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be buzzing if we make that first qualifier round because, fuck me, I don't think we've made it that far in my lifetime. So
Wait. So tell us when is the match for us and at Eastern time?
5 a.m. tomorrow.
No
Okay.
chance.
Okay.
Up and at 'em,
Hell no.
nice and early.
I'll just be going to bed. No chance.
Stay up an extra couple of hours.
Nah.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, it's on at 5 a.m. You can have that on one screen, Cricket World Cup on the other. Fantastic.
So the Cricket
The
World
sporting
Cup is
feast.
the Cricket World Cup's going on. The Rugby World Cup's also going on too right now. Wow, there's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, a lot of sports going on. Damn.
I mean, Rugby World Cup is pretty far along, right?
Yeah, they're
into
quarter
the semi-finals now.
semis. Yeah, yeah.
And Cricket World Cup just started. It's in the round robin
Okay.
stage.
Okay.
So
Is Canada in it?
cricket, no,
No.
they don't qualify. They might have qualified for the T20 World Cup next year. So
Really?
the shorter format that has a few more spots.
How?
Yeah, Canada. Canada have qualified for Cricket World Cups in my lifetime. I remember 2003, John Davison, the one white guy on the Canadian national team, fucking outstanding. Smashed 143 deliveries against the West Indies, and this was when the West Indies were still something. They were still a decent team in 2003. He was electric.
He was probably a baseball player. Is cricket in the curriculum here? I've never seen anyone play cricket here.
No, but I've seen it.
If you're in
played a lot
Mississauga
more.
or Brampton, then
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. There's a selection pool right there.
That is where all the
Yeah.
players come from.
Yeah, fair enough.
I will have to double check, but Canada might be involved in the T20
Okay.
World Cup next year, and if it is, I am making you boys watch.
I'll watch.
No, I will not. Yeah,
Ah, come on, Tony.
it's too long. I mean, it's not as long as.
No,
I know.
The T20
it's
is
still
shorter.
too long. It is shorter.
Oh, okay.
No.
Ridiculous behavior. Something else that has... No, I'm transitioning away from this now.
I'm grateful.
Sus-
Yes, that was. I was about to apologize to the listener for about 5 to 10 minutes talk about cricket, but it is the international break, so
5 to 10 minutes.
Whatever.
It's international cricket.
Yeah.
It is international break. We didn't specify if it was for
International
football.
cricket, baby. Speaking of things that have gone on too long, the Glazers' sale of Manchester United finally has some fucking progress. It appears that this Thursday at the Man United board meeting, they will ratify a deal to sell 25%, a minority stake of Manchester United, to the Ineos Group headed by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Allegedly, Ratcliffe is getting sporting control, which, how he's getting that on a 25% minority ownership, I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's also apparently a path that's going to be laid out to majority or full ownership. Interesting to see what that looks like. I assume, as fans, we will be given no clarity because fuck the Glazers, that's how they work. Yeah, it's like the thing I keep reading online is it's better than nothing.
Is it though?
But it's
Is
still
it?
fucking like
It just feels like
it's the Glazers is still in control.
feels like limbo. Yeah.
That is the bottom line right now.
It feels like Glazers in control, but funds might become at a premium. While this is still in transition, I may be wrong, right? I don't know all the details, but it's just, yeah. I don't know, man. This is.
I don't look. Anyone that's asked me about this over the weekend, I have told them I don't trust this because I don't trust the Glazers to do. The Glazers are not going to act in the best interest of the club. No. They're going to act in the best interest of the Glazers. So they're going to cash in their, I think it's 1.5 billion or something right now for 25%.
It keeps the value that they want.
I assume they're going to keep.
It keeps the value that they want,
Yeah.
which is, the good news, I guess, for them. But I don't know. Is United worth $6 billion? Do you think?
No, absolutely not. Look at the state we're in.
Yeah, but as a commercial entity,
I don't know. It's what did Chelsea sell for? 2 billion?
Was it 3 or 2? I can't remember now.
I think it was 2, or even maybe 1.8.
It was let's say Chelsea about 2 billion at a bit of a depressed price because of the Abramovich stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're not convincing me. You're not convincing me that
Chelsea.
You have to pay double to get United. Like I'm assuming, let's say Chelsea were actually worth 2.5 billion. 2.53 billion. You're not convincing me that United are worth double with the amount of work that has to go into Old Trafford, into the facilities, the training facilities, the team, and how we have been on the pitch for the last 10 years. It's an overvaluation, and every credible source I have seen has also said that 6 billion is
ridiculous,
an overvaluation.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got someone to meet
their valuation.
That sort of value for a partial amount. Like they say, anything's only as valuable as what someone's willing to pay for it. But yeah, it's been interesting to see because we got the news of Sheikh Jassim and the Qatari group withdrawing their bid on Friday or Saturday, a day before the Ratcliffe news came out, and it's been interesting to see which journalists were paid by the Qataris, because there's been some interesting tweets going around ever since about what Sheikh Jassim would and wouldn't have done. I believe one Fabrizio Romano was reporting how Jassim said that he's going to buy Mbappe and Kingsley Coman and Eduardo Camavinga.
Just by the French national team.
Good luck, mate.
Yeah.
Just like, you man watched one France game.
Yeah. Started name dropping.
Probably tuned in for the World Cup final, right? And picked his favorites.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice. Kingsley Coman would be nice at Man United, I think.
He'd win the league because he always wins the league wherever he goes. He's got that streak, right, of like his entire season.
Oh yeah, because Bayern.
We would break his streak in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't know if it's depressing or. I think it's status quo.
Look,
it's just status quo.
I am happy that it's not Sheikh Jassim's bid. I am happy that Qatar is not taking over at United. Promises of like all the untold wealth and stuff, not fucking worth it. No, thank you. And all the little Twitter handles that are crying online when the Jassim bid got rejected, that made me very happy. I really enjoyed that. Because it's the same people that were telling
Man City.
No, it was like whichever that sect of fans were telling people, like, when people would be like, "Hey, we don't like the Qatari bid because of all the human rights issues that come with it," they would tell you, like, "Go support someone else, please. Door is that way. Please go. You can leave." But yeah, I think it's, as of right now, status quo. It has to see how stuff plays out. What is this path to 100% ownership? There's still no real clarity.
Yeah.
Which has been the MO of the Glazers throughout this entire process.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. One bit of depressing news to the next. Massive betting scandal breaking out in Italian football. It's a really upbeat podcast.
You can tell we love international breaks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, betting scandal breaking out over Italian football. So far, there are 3 players who have been implicated. That's Fagioli, Nicola Zaniolo, and Sandro Tonali.
As well as Zalewski.
Yeah, and for Nicolas Zalewski too, yeah.
Oh, okay, I missed that one. Update that. Of particular interest, Sandro Tonali at Newcastle. Biggest name of the lot. I mean, Zaniolo at Villa has been, like, off the bench to start the season, but Tonali was, like, the flagship buy of the summer for Newcastle.
Yeah. It's become a fan favorite very quickly.
Yeah.
This explains why he was so very depressed.
Suddenly sold.
Why he was suddenly sold and he was so sad in his pictures. It's almost like he knew what was coming. But, yeah. Got to credit Newcastle for cashing in quickly.
Or Milan.
Credit Milan, surely.
Yeah. Milan, sorry. You have to wonder how I guess how strict they're going to be with the implications. Is he allowed to play still? He's not suspended yet? Or
no, yeah, he's allowed to play.
I don't think he's suspended yet.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, I guess it's pending investigation, like the Ivan Toney stuff was.
Yeah. So.
It seems like, at least in Fagioli's case, he's ready to cooperate to get that lighter
the man
ban
is
if there is a ban, right?
He is snitching.
Yeah,
he's throwing Tonali under the bus. It's like,
yeah, he's like, Tonali made me sign up for that.
Yeah. It's just like.
Did he say that?
Yes,
yeah.
He did. Yeah.
For a lighter sentence, he is
boy.
releasing all the details. Yeah, it's just like, bruh, come on, man. Free the guy, but
so like in terms of like bans, like I think they were saying I think it was like 3 years is like the max, right? And then you cooperate, you get it cut by half, and then you cooperate about something else, you get it cut by half. So I'm thinking in the end, if they're going to get a ban, which seems kind of likely in this case, you're gonna look at like 6 to 8 months, probably. That's what I'm thinking.
I
Something
don't.
like that. What Tony's going through, if it happens.
Who enforces
in
this
that case.
ban? I was discussing this over the weekend.
That's a good question.
'Cause
Yeah.
in Tony's case, I mean, it has to be a FIFA ban, right? Because he's banned from all
Yeah.
football activities. But I don't know
That's
if
right. Yeah.
who led or who
I
inflicted that.
think the FA was involved
Yeah.
in. It depends on where they are when they bet. I think.
Okay, so it's a FIFA ban, but it's imposed by the FA.
I think so. Maybe. Like I'd have to look into this more because I'm fairly certain for Fagioli at least it's the FIGC that would be investigating
Okay.
this.
So maybe it's just different rules for different countries. Yeah.
I assume like different countries have like different
Protocols.
sets of punishments that they go for as well, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm very curious to see. Maybe like the FIGC can come up with a ban and then they go to FIFA and like this is our case. This is how long we want to ban for, and FIFA just rubber stamps it, or investigates a Pakistani player for nothing instead. But just saying. But
I was gonna say just
yeah,
before
I'm not entirely sure how it plays out.
Yeah, before we move on, it's not clear yet, or I don't know if it's been put out there whether like what they've bet on. You know what I mean? I know in Tonali's case he's bet on other Serie A games, but not on. Of course, it's not been on AC Milan games. I hope not. Can you imagine if he's been betting on his own games?
No, that was
Like, that's
so.
gonna
That
be
was the
wild.
thing with that was the thing I saw with Fagioli as well. Is that he did not bet on Juve
Juve
games,
games, yeah.
whatever it was. Otherwise, he'd get like the maximum
Yeah,
percentage
for sure.
right away.
Yeah.
These boys just like
but,
why I don't understand why. Yeah, I get. Look, gambling addiction is a serious thing, and I mean Tonali he has claimed, or that he is addicted to gambling and needs help.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, man, the potential fallout, what you have to lose, like, just don't do it.
Yeah,
It's just I don't understand how you get into it in the first place, but it's a shame.
I will say I did put Tonali down as my flop of the season, and if he gets banned,
You know what?
this is a creative way to
Yeah?
get to it. But you know what? I would give you the props on that one.
oh
He
boy.
played the long game, but
Play the long game,
Now you
yeah.
just need to hope he gets suspended before the end of the season, and yeah, but
I mean, the case has been moving forward pretty quick so far. I mean,
it can drag out.
Well,
though.
the interesting thing is like look at how long the Tony one dragged on.
That's
for.
true. Yeah, okay.
But I forget the name of the reporter that broke these. But apparently there's like 10 players
Yeah.
that were involved in this little betting ring. So
Six more to come.
yeah, let's see how that goes. This could also, like, depending on who's involved, could be brutal for Italy in the Euros.
Yeah.
Man, they always have a damn scandal going on.
There's not.
Always.
It'd have been too long since an Italian football scandal. Like what was it? A full season since we had Juve falsifying
Oh
their.
yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah.
nothing
Their
happened.
accounts.
Like they had a points deduction, but then it got put back, right?
And then it got taken away again.
Yeah.
And they got taken away.
So it got taken away again after. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
there was a point where Juve were just jumping up and down the table.
It's like a swing of 15 points or something. But yeah, they are not. They're pretty used to this at this point. Yeah.
It'd have been too quiet there for a while. What are they? Yeah, they're second in their qualification group right now. Play England. I'm sure this won't be a distraction.
Is that a qualifying game? Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah,
It is, yeah.
They're in the same group.
But I think they're both kind of set, right? I think Italy is gonna finish second.
Ukraine are level on points with Italy.
Okay,
Italy
never
just
mind.
have a game in hand.
Just the game in hand. Okay, so no, it's not set for Italy. Okay.
Yeah, Italy needs something out of this game. England are pretty set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'll start Henderson
But,
again, and he'll get booed. Yeah. Hopefully.
Good. The man's interviews have been shambolic since he moved to
Just
Saudi.
keep quiet, man.
Um,
Yeah. Just keep quiet.
Let's move on. Another bit of Premier League adjacent news. Eden Hazard announced his retirement last week. Tommy, he was one of your boys over at Chelsea. I mean, you guys did cash in at the perfect time, but man, he was good in his day.
Yeah, announced his retirement this week. Definitely. I mean, let's be honest, he's been retired since he signed for Madrid. He
official retirement.
Yeah, official retirement. There was he's the one guy you knew almost that after he's not. I mean, he's not going to MLS. He's not going to Saudi Arabia. He was done with football. You just knew. You know what I mean? That's it, and he's ready to retire. You know what? He's had a good career. It didn't end the way obviously he would have wanted, but absolute legend at Chelsea. One of my favorite players.
Really, legend at Chelsea. That's
legend,
strong,
man.
I don't know. I think that's a bit generous, man. I think it's a bit generous.
You know what? His peak was so high at Chelsea.
He had max 2 good seasons at Chelsea. Okay, let's say, did he have 3? Maybe 3, but
he was there for a while.
I know, and there were some seasons where he just did not contribute. So
this is why I want to talk about Hazard, because he's not in the same sort of goal scoring realm as other elite wingers. You know what I mean? He was never putting up. He had a couple 20 goal seasons for sure. And his assists were always pretty high. But his impact on the field was not just goals and assists. You know what I mean? He did a lot with his dribbling, his movement and all that. He created so much for the team, being that much of a presence on the field. It didn't always contribute to goals. That was obviously his biggest criticism of his career. He didn't score enough goals. And he knew it too, right? He would say it I don't score enough. I almost maybe don't want to score enough. He even say in some interviews. He still managed 110 goals for Chelsea, which is pretty good.
I've had a look. It's not as bad as I was saying as far numerically anyway. I mean, he had the one season where, let's be honest, he turned up for the one game where Leicester won the league against Tottenham, which is probably his
the battle of the bridge.
Yeah. He had 4 goals that season. I don't know. I think talent-wise, he was immense, right? He was one of the most talented players of his time. For someone who self-proclaimed, he did not apply himself the way most professionals did.
There's a lot of stories about that.
Yeah.
Every fucking preseason.
Yeah. I don't know. He was just a fun player to watch, right? Hazard. He was one of those. He was kind of a throwback in that, his attitude to football. It was just, It's tough with Hazard because I look at him, I'm like, is he one of the greatest players in Premier League history? That's why I said Chelsea legend feels a bit, I feel like we throw that legend tag out very easily. Frank Lampard is a Chelsea legend. You know what I mean? John Terry is a Chelsea legend. That's the level I'm talking
there's
about.
There's different
tiers.
tiers.
You can be an icon.
He's not on that. But
you can be an icon. Someone who's thought of fondly by the club. But Chelsea legend is one of the greatest.
I mean, he's won a lot with us. I mean,
do your fans still sing his name at the stadium, like they do about John Terry, like they do with,
to be fair, all our fans sing is Chelsea. That's all they do.
They got one song.
So let's be honest here.
Yeah. They got one song and it's repeating their name over and over again.
Yeah. So that's good.
You did sing about Roman. You sing about Roman, so there's that. He's a Chelsea legend.
If he came to the stadium, then they would sing for him.
Yeah,
sure.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, at the time of his club here, for sure. I don't think calling Hazard a Chelsea legend is a stretch. You know what I mean? He was here for a good amount of time. He had a big impact in the club. We won the league with him. We won Europa, whatever. Two titles, yeah. Europa Cup, yeah, whatever. We didn't win the Champions League. No, he came after we won the Champions League.
Yeah.
And then he left before we won it the second time, yeah. So, I mean, he's still a successful time. And I would for me, just where you draw the line is, Premier League legend. do you put him in that sort of discussion? Is he there? He was definitely a talent he has as much talent as anyone out there, but the stats don't show it. Do you know what I mean? But
he has really good stats. To be fair, if it's stats we're talking about, his numbers aren't terrible.
No, I don't think they're terrible at all. No, but
because I feel like we're in a generation now where everything has to be down to stats, and it's like you can use your eyes as well when it comes to Hazard. Like I don't think his stats are bad enough that he's not in the conversation in that aspect. Like
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't know if I would put like if there's a Premier League 11, does he make it? I don't think so. Not for me.
No, yeah.
But
maybe makes
Chelsea
the bench.
11, does he make it?
Chelsea 11?
Yes.
Yeah, who's on the left? It would be him, right?
I mean, him or what do you put?
Robin,
Joe Cole. You know, like who do you put in there over Hazard? You know.
I think it's Hazard. I think Hazard.
I think he
makes
makes
it.
it Chelsea.
I mean, his peaks were so fucking high, like insanely high. He was so much fun to watch as well. Like he was great on the ball. Like he had that. Was it against Arsenal where he scored one goal where he dribbled through about half the team?
He threw Coquelin.
He threw
to the side,
Coquelin
right?
on.
Yeah.
He used his ass, to throw Coquelin on the ground.
And when we talk about great Premier League assets, my God, up there. The only person that's come close since is John McGinn.
Raheem Sterling
just having a fabulous.
Sterling's up there.
Raheem Sterling has a good ass too. I will give him that. But like Eden Hazard was peak. Like you could tell he fueled that ass all off season.
Yeah.
He had that amazing goal against Liverpool too.
He had
where
a
he walked through
couple.
the team.
He had a couple
Yeah.
against Liverpool. Sensational goals
Yeah.
against them. One in the Carling Cup, I think it was called then, or whatever. But yeah, I guess he could be kind of. I mean, to be fair, you would know more than me as to whether he's a Chelsea legend or not.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I have no hesitancy to put him in there because, like you said, right? You know, it's not always about the stats. And you watch him play, you see his impact on the pitch, and you see how he plays. It's not always about goals and assists. He would always have someone with him. And you know what? He always got hacked, and the injuries caught up to him in his Madrid days. Like Mourinho had an interview, right, where he said, like, you know, this guy's got no protection.
We would sick Andrew Herrera on him every single time.
I'm not giving Hazard that.
I'm
not giving Hazard that. The injuries had nothing to do with it. It's the hamburgers.
And then,
it's not the injuries. Yeah.
You know what? There was a funny
It's
interview.
an injury of the soul.
Tony, it was funny too. I think it was when Loic Remy played with us for like a season. He said that.
That's a name I haven't thought about in a while.
I really want to see where this is going.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Maybe I'm wrong about Remy, but someone came out and said on the interview, he said there was a burger chip truck outside Stamford Bridge.
Jesus
And
Christ.
they had to relocate it away from Stamford Bridge because Hazard was going there every day. I don't know who said it,
That is wild.
but I heard about it.
That is wild.
Eden Hazard
Yeah.
single-handedly keeping this chippy truck in business.
It's probably not there anymore. Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not there anymore. And yeah.
He probably relocated to Madrid with him.
What about
He's an odd guy because he gets his move, right? Because he really wanted to go to Real Madrid. And
Big
then
time.
he gets his move,
100
and then
yeah.
classic Hazard fashion, he turns up overweight. It's just like, okay, this is not going to work. You know, you can't have that attitude at Real Madrid. This is supposed to be the pinnacle. He went there when he was, 27, 20, 28? Couldn't have been.
29.
When he went there, really? How old is he
was
now?
Almost pretty much 30. He's like 33, 34 max, yeah.
Yeah, 29 is not that old, but yeah.
No?
I know. It's a shame.
It's not.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Yeah.
Listen to that. Everyone who keeps telling me I'm fucking old 29 is not that old.
Yeah.
He's definitely Madrid's, like, that's the biggest flop that they've ever had. And like,
Easily.
worst signing. He's up there
Easily.
that signing for Madrid is up there for one
How
of the
much?
worst.
100.
How much did they pay for him?
It was 120 euros, I think.
Yeah, 100 million pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, right. With the add-ons, it went up to 120,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Pretty wild.
Ooh.
Yeah. But, like, what about, like, obviously he was part of that Belgian golden generation, right? Where, you know, they had De Bruyne, they had Lukaku, they had this, like...
They're still there.
I'd say... I mean, there's still there. Hazard's now gone, right? But, like, I'd say he had a pretty decent career for Belgium as well.
No,
And they had,
he didn't.
Honestly,
didn't.
I can't think of. Whenever I think of that Belgium team that actually did well in 2018, got to the semi-finals.
Yeah.
I'm never thinking of Hazard when I think of them.
De Bruyne had a good.
I'm thinking De Bruyne. I'm thinking Lukaku had a good World Cup that time.
He was the captain, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying. Captain of the team.
I'm thinking of Michy Batshuayi trying to celebrate by kicking a ball into the goal and whacking it off the post and into his own face.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The iconic Belgian.
I think that was a Korea goal. Yeah, when Lukaku did the double dummy. But no, Hazard, for his talent level, can you remember one iconic moment with the national team? Like just one.
I mean, I'm just saying that World Cup they beat England to get third, right, in that third place game. That's their highest finish ever, right, for Belgium, right?
I didn't say the team didn't do well. I said, can you think of one icon? I can mention an iconic moment for like De Bruyne, like his goal against Brazil in that World Cup. I never really Hazard carries the ball well, so he's always going to contribute. But you know, like
well, I guess I mean more just in terms of, you know, that team had at least one moment of success as opposed to.
I don't think
like,
that team had any moment of success. I think third place is a real disappointment for that team. They were supposed to win something. I don't count third place as success for a team that strong. They had some of the best players in the world. If you ask any Belgian, that team underachieved significantly for their talent level. So, like, I don't want to kill the guy because it's not his fault, right? Like, as a collective, they underachieved, I think. But, yeah, as far as...
I mean, I won't disagree that they underachieved. I'm just saying getting to a semifinal and then getting a third place is still an achievement. It's still something.
I don't think so.
You can't discredit that.
I don't think so. I think if, like, Nigeria reaches a semifinal, that's an achievement, right? But considering the talent level. If South Korea, which they have done, reaches a semifinal, that's an achievement considering their talent level. When you are one of the favorites to win the tournament, when you don't win, it's not an achievement. That's the way I feel. If you're one of the favorites to win the tournament, winning the tournament's an achievement.
I don't know. I feel like you look at he's just mentioned South Korea. These teams have never made a semifinal in these events ever.
South Korea,
as far as I know,
semifinal.
South Korea have.
I mean, no, it's not saying one. But before that, what's the history? They never made one before that, right? They haven't made one since. You look at Belgium, they made a semifinal. Whenever
but
have they made a semifinal?
I think what Tony is saying, like if you look at the relative talent levels,
I know, but
the
know
2002 South Korea team and the 2018 Belgium team, like it's a pretty big disparity.
No, I'm not disregarding.
Different.
I'm not disregarding talent. I'm just saying the history of the country, their results as a whole. Belgium, they're not known as winning it.
Okay.
They're getting far.
Yeah.
So getting at least a third place is something.
Someone has to do it. Spain. You think if Spain came third in 2010, it's an achievement? It's not an achievement. They hadn't won the World Cup before. Right? We would not be talking about Spain if they had not won the World Cup in 2010 or won the Euros in 2008.
But they've made semis in the past. They have a history of
they had the talent level,
right? Yeah.
They had the talent level to do it. And they always, up until 2010, Spain had always underachieved. They were perennial underachievers, right? So
Spain and England were basically the same team until 2008.
Well, England had won it at least, right? Like
Spain had won a Euros.
Okay, Euros. Yes, they'd won a Euros.
80s,
but I'm just saying, it's nice. They came third, but they were touted as a team that would win the World Cup. That's my point. So I don't think you can say it's an achievement when you underachieved, right? Like they weren't guaranteed to win it. I mean, France won it in the end. But I remember that France game. They were really poor. They didn't lay a single glove on France, right? Like, yeah. We were talking about Hazard.
We have gone fully distracted from Eden
I mean,
Hazard.
it is an international.
But he did.
Yeah.
He did like again stats wise. He did all right for the national team. 33 goals in 126 games. 1-4, not bad considering his normal it's pretty on par, I believe, with his regular sort of goal scoring.
Yeah, he was a 1-3 guy.
Record?
I think, generally.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sounds
But,
about right. But
no, he was one of those players with just absolutely monstrous peaks and absolutely monstrous valleys. And it is unfortunate that the end of his career was just one big valley.
yeah.
And I think now that Hazard's retired, we're going to see a much bigger Hazard, unfortunately, I think. Yeah.
Who was it? I think it was
my
Wesley
God,
Snyder.
It's Snyder. You
Yeah.
see Snyder, right? Yeah.
That ass is
himself
going to
go.
have gravitational pull.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, the whole body's gonna
It'll catch up.
catch up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. I guess that's just about everything we had to cover today. I hope.
You're struggling, huh? With the with all
I
the
am.
ass talk.
I
Okay.
am picturing in Hazard just orbiting, just stuff orbiting him. It's glorious. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for joining me, Tommy.
Yeah, cheers. I'll see you at 5 a.m. for the big game tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Amen. And thank you for joining me, Tony.
Pleasure as always, boys. Enjoy the chat. You will not see me at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Wow.
What support from Tony?
No
huh?
support.
Good luck.
All right, you just see. You just wait until the next time Nigeria are playing a game.
They're playing-
I will tell you that I am turning
I
it
think they're
off.
playing today.
An
They're
important
probably playing
game. An
today.
important game.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. Come on, Pakistan. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.